Tucson is a city and the county seat of Pima County, Arizona, United States, and home to the University of Arizona. The 2010 United States Census put the population at 520,116, while the 2015 estimated population of the entire Tucson metropolitan statistical area was 980,263. The Tucson MSA forms part of the larger Tucson-Nogales combined statistical area, with a total population of 1,010,025 as of the 2010 census. Tucson is the second largest populated city in Arizona behind Phoenix, both of which anchor the Arizona Sun Corridor. The city is located 108 miles southeast of Phoenix and 60 miles north of the U.S.-Mexico border. Tucson is the 33rd largest city and the 59th largest metropolitan area in the United States. Roughly 150 Tucson companies are involved in the design and manufacture of optics and optoelectronics systems, earning Tucson the nickname Optics Valley. Major incorporated suburbs of Tucson include Oro Valley and Mirana northwest of the city, Sjcarreiro to south of the city, and South Tucson in an enclave south of downtown. Communities in the vicinity of Tucson include Casas Adobes, Catalina Foothills, Flowing Wells, Midvale Park, Tank Verde, Tortolita, and Vale. Towns outside the Tucson metro area include Benson to the southeast, Catalina and Oracle to the north, and Green Valley to the south. The Spanish name of the city, Tucson, derived from the O-R-D-M-C-U-K sun, meaning base of the black, a reference to a basalt-covered hill now known as Sentinel Peak, also known as A Mountain. Tucson is sometimes referred to as the Old Pueblo. History: Tucson was probably first visited by Paleo-Indians, known to have been in southern Arizona about 12,000 years ago. Recent archaeological excavations near the Santa Cruz River have located a village site dating from 2100 BC. The floodplain of the Santa Cruz River was extensively farmed during the early agricultural period, circa 1200 BC to AD 150. These people constructed irrigation canals and grew corn, beans, and other crops while gathering wild plants and hunting. The early ceramic period occupation of Tucson saw the first extensive use of pottery vessels for cooking and storage. The groups designated as the Hohokam lived in the area from AD 600 to 1450 and are known for the vast irrigation canal systems and their red-on-brown pottery. Jesuit missionary Eusebio Francisco Kino visited the Santa Cruz River Valley in 1692, and founded the mission San Xavier del Bac in 1700 about 7 miles upstream from the site of the settlement of Tucson. A separate convento settlement was founded downstream along the Santa Cruz River, near the base of what is now A Mountain. Hugo O'Connor, the founding father of the city of Tucson, Arizona, authorized the construction of a military fort in that location, Presidio San Agustin del Tucson, on August 20, 1775. During the Spanish period of the Presidio, attacks such as the Second Battle of Tucson were repeatedly mounted by Apaches. Eventually the town came to be called Tucson, and became a part of Sonora after Mexico gained independence from Spain in 1821. Tucson was captured by Philip Street, George Cook with the Mormon Battalion during the Mexican-American War, but soon returned to Mexican control as Cook continued his mission westward, establishing Cook's Wagon Road to California. Tucson was not included in the Mexican cession, and Cook's Road through Tucson became one of the important routes into California during the California Gold Rush. Arizona, south of the Gila River, was legally bought from Mexico in the Gadsden Purchase on June 8, 1854. Tucson became a part of the United States of America, although the American military did not formally take over control until March 1856. In 1857, Tucson became a stage station on the San Antonio-San Diego Mail Line, and in 1858 became 3rd Division headquarters of the Butterfield Overland Mail until the line shut down in March 1861. The Overland Mail Corporation attempted to continue running, however, following the Bascom Affair, devastating Apache attacks on the stations and coaches ended operations in August 1861. From August 1861 to mid-1862, Tucson was the western capital of the Confederate Arizona Territory, the eastern capital being Missoula. In 1862, the California Column drove the Confederate forces out of Arizona. Tucson and all of what is now Arizona were part of New Mexico Territory until 1863, when they became part of the new Arizona Territory. From 1867 to 1877, Tucson was the capital of the Arizona Territory. Tucson was incorporated in 1877, making it the oldest incorporated city in Arizona. From 1877 to 1878, the area suffered a rash of stagecoach robberies. Most notable, however, were the 2 hold-ups committed by masked road agent William Whitney Brazelton. Brazelton held up 2 stages in the summer of 1878 near Point of Mountain Station, approximately 17 miles northwest of Tucson. John Clum of Tombstone, Arizona fame was one of the passengers. Brazelton was eventually tracked down and killed on Monday, August 19, 1878, in a mesquite bosque along the Santa Cruz River 3 miles south of Tucson by Pima County Sheriff Charles A. Schibel and his citizens' posse. Brazelton had been suspected of highway robbery not only in the Tucson area, but also in the Prescott region and Silver City, New Mexico area as well. Brazelton's crimes prompted John J. Valentine, Sr. of Wells, Fargo and Anqrew, to send Special Agent and future Pima County Sheriff Bo Paul to investigate. Fort Lowell, then east of Tucson, was established to help protect settlers from Apache attacks. In 1882, Frank Stillwell was implicated in the murder of Morgan Earp by cowboy Pete Spence's wife, Marietta. At the coroner's inquest on Morgan Earp's shooting, the coroner's jury concluded that Spence, Stillwell, Frederick Bode, and Florentino Indian Charlie Cruz were the prime suspects in the assassination of Morgan Earp. Deputy U.S. Marshal Wyatt Earp gathered a few trusted friends and accompanied Virgil Earp and his family as they traveled to Benson for a train ride to California. They found Stillwell lying in wait for Virgil in the Tucson station and killed him on the tracks. After killing Stillwell, Wyatt deputized others and rode on a vendetta, killing 3 more cowboys over the next few days before leaving the state. In 1885, the University of Arizona was founded as a land-grant college on overgrazed ranch land between Tucson and Fort Lowell. In 1890, Asians made up 4.2% of the city's population. By 1900, 7,531 people lived in the city. The population increased gradually to 13,913 in 1910. At about this time, the U.S. Veterans Administration had begun construction on the present Veterans Hospital. Many veterans who had been gassed in World War I and were in need of respiratory therapy began coming to Tucson after the war, due to the clean, dry air. Over the following years, the city continued to grow, with the population increasing to 20,292 in 1920 and 36,818 in 1940. In 2006, the population of Pima County, in which Tucson is located, passed 1 million, while the city of Tucson's population was 535,000. In 1912, when Arizona statehood became reality, the total number of different flags that had flown over Tucson now numbered 5: American, Spanish, Mexican, Confederate, and the state of Arizona. During the territorial and early statehood periods, Tucson was Arizona's largest city and commercial center, while Phoenix was the seat of state government and agriculture. The establishment of Tucson Municipal Airport increased its prominence. Between 1910 and 1920, Phoenix surpassed Tucson in population, and has continued to outpace Tucson in growth. In recent years, both Tucson and Phoenix have experienced some of the highest growth rates in the United States.